This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 22, Norrick's Madness.
Strongest halfling in the world.
Yeah, for the next hour, you are...
Hour?
Yep.
I basically turned him into Popeye. Okay, so I take this potion, I swig it, and yeah.
Yep. And Rand just disappears.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna leave Norrick and Gavin and the now invisible and probably hiding Rhiann.
What have I done?
You have created a giant mess, and you probably hear laughter in your head of a entity that's been telling you to do things because he's probably amazingly entertained at the moment.
Yeah.
So
he's like, I couldn't even have thought of that one. That's awesome. Good idea.
yeah, he's just like, good on you.
Strength?
He probably
Nice.
influenced what bottle I picked.
Slides it into your hand like, yeah.
So we're gonna kind of, zoom out from this chaos and what's starting to be smoke and fire and everything.
And go to the other smoke and fire.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go to the lonely road that's going toward it, where we have Tierker. So, are you being stealthy? First of all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be on the path.
Okay.
He's properly trying to scout, staying off the path a bit, but being aware of where it is, and stealthily approaching. Like if there's a sound, he's gonna drop or freeze, kind of thing. And he's got his face paint on, and he's trying to be super scouty.
Okay, roll me. I just want a general stealth roll to see how well you're being at the stealth game.
Not bad.
18, yeah, that's pretty good. So, you're going around. What's your passive perception? Just so I have that on hand.
18.
18? Oh, well. So, you notice that there are still people trying to come in from
refugees.
Yeah, refugees basically coming from the three towns, because three towns are a lot of people, and some people aren't as fast. You do see some people who are definitely wounded. There's makeshift bandages on some people. Looks like the people who were putting up the fight are now going away.
Can I overhear them talking, or are they all on the path properly?
You could probably overhear some conversations. They're not really trying to be careful about oh, if we talk and say the wrong thing, Yeah, they're basically talking.
I'm listening in to see if there's anybody who came from Longborough, in particular, and if so, I'll approach them. But
yeah, you hear two guys. One guy is propping up another guy. They're actually in what you'd call guards uniforms. They at least have the they at least have the same patch on, at least.
And, I'm a sheriff.
Yeah, I was deputized.
Yep.
And just for convenience sake, one says, I don't know if we just lost Longbarrow or not, but damn it, at least I put up a fight. You did good. You did good. Yeah, but they were too much.
So I will calmly come down to the road, hands out so they don't have a weapon on me or anything, ahead of them as they come up. You come from Longbarrow?
Yeah, why?
One of my companions' families from there. What happened?
Kobolds. They just swarmed in. They came from the west, uh, from around the lake. We saw the fires in the other towns at first, and yeah, they came in. There's this damn one using magic, and the rest of them are they're just, and he's trying to hold back tears. He's very emotional at the moment. The guy who's propping him up is like, "Oh, it's okay. We did our best."
It looks like you fought well. And Chicker will do like the whole like shoulder grab thing.
And you notice that he's the dude who's being propped up is actually missing a leg and has a makeshift tourniquet on.
Ooh. Is it done well? Can I tell with the medicine check?
Yeah, you can give me a medicine check and we can go from there.
How's 15?
You know, I think 15 is good enough for at least like makeshift field medicine, you know? You've probably done it a couple times.
Yeah. He's like patched himself and others up, so
yeah, you can tell it's sufficient enough, but if this man doesn't get to the town soon, or
he needs to lay down.
Yeah, Bramby clearing, he does need to lay down. But as you were leaving the town, you did notice that there were people waiting at the edge of town to attend to the wounded. So if he makes it in time, he's going to be A-okay. If he doesn't, well, might be a little dodgy.
Yeah. With that leg, you need to get back to town, to the refugee camp as fast as possible. Go.
And they don't bother saying goodbye because, well, the friend's really injured. And this is kind of the scene as you're... do you go off the path again?
Yeah, I dart back off the path, of course.
Yeah, this is kind of the scene of these deputized men and women going to Branbury Clearing, and you know, some of them are burnt, some of them are missing limbs, some of them have bad stab wounds. It looks like they had at least like a good field doctor on hand. But you notice that I think your character would have picked up on this. You notice that like the matching badges and stuff actually matches the towns that were being defended, and it looks like, if you could guess, that the one from Jackson Corner and Lakeview, all the soldiers fell back into Longborough and were trying to protect it.
Got it.
Yeah, so there's some major shit going down.
Time to be extra super stealthy. Like, oh, this isn't good.
No, it's not good at all. So yeah, you start approaching. It will take you probably like 2.5 hours, since you're probably going a little bit slow, since you're stealthing, to actually get there.
Yep.
And you know, actually longer, because it's 3 hours from Longborough to Branby Clearing. So you know, it's going to take you quite a bit of time.
It sounds good.
Yep. Okay. We're going to go back to the chaos for a little bit.
Oh, yay.
So, Rayanne. Yeah. Oh my god, I almost called you the wrong character name.
Uh-oh.
Man, if you guys ever play together, I'm going to get Ray and Rayanne so confused.
Yep. We're just going to be both like, yes?
Yep. So, you are invisible and you are not making noise whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing, since this just happened, Norrick's probably standing right in front of you, still fully raged. And you notice that, like, from a distance, a mule is galloping up, while actually trampling down people and galloping up.
And I probably recognize this mule, don't
Oh.
I?
Oh yeah, it is Herberta, and Herberta looks pissed.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. I think now would be a good time for me to find a good place to hide and ruffle through my potions and really focus on them and see what they do.
I mean, there are plenty of tents and everything, but you might want to like make it out of the east side where all the chaos is happening.
Mhm.
And actually, someone just roll me anyone roll me a d20.
Okay, 1 second. Oh,
Yeah, the tent that Gavin had been thrown through is now on fire.
of course, why not?
What's worse, kobolds or us?
I don't know. It's kind of a toss up right now. I mean, apparently that might have been a little bit more than truth serum, but no one knows.
Next time, I won't tell Norrick what I did, regardless. I did nothing.
You know, that seems to be the theme of like all this trouble is when Ran does something that might be against like normal social standards, just don't say anything.
Honesty is not the best policy with Rayanne.
No, she's getting a good reminder of her urchin days. So yeah, you're gonna go off somewhere, perhaps not on fire, and yeah, okay. Norrick, you are on the rampage, and you are stronger than hell. And uh, I don't know if like, I think Herberta, she is like yelling things in your head, but it all comes down to ride me, let's kick ass.
And Norrick's gonna spin around and look at Herberta as she gallops up, and gonna do one of those like grab the reins as she's running, as she's galloping, and just hop on her back.
Yeah, you do that. I'm not even gonna
And
bother with
Norrick's
any
got
rolls.
Norrick's got his spear out now,
Oh
and
no.
he's just gonna be swinging it at anything and anyone,
Yeah.
just as they basically rampage through the camp.
Yeah. We're gonna get into that.
Oh no. Oh
uh,
no.
do we
It's
have
like-
any definite time limit on this item? That is my true question. Because I don't think.
The one that's causing the rampage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's until you've been knocked out. Oh God. And now you have giant strength. Well.
Oh jeez.
Oh God.
What have we done?
This is all my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was worried about like killing characters tonight, but I should have been more worried about killing half the town because wow. Okay. So yeah, you
This
start
went south quick.
like so we're gonna have this scene play out where Ran, you are truly invisible, but the audience can kind of see you.
Yeah.
And give me a dexterity saving roll and a strength saving roll. Okay. So, how are you dipping through the crowd without, like, being knocked over? And what ultimately stops you that you can't plow through?
Okay, so I'm just, well, for the most part, I'm taller than most of the people who are going through, so I'm just trying to use my sheer, like, relative giantness to just maneuver around. I'd imagine maybe just a blockade of junk that just falls over, blocks my path. I
You
don't
know,
know. I'd
let's.
imagine a lot of junk would be falling along when
Oh, yeah.
people fighting left and right.
We're
Can we
gonna.
just pretend that maybe what was she running in the direction of Norrick?
I think she was running toward the west side of town where everything's not falling apart. But I was gonna say, this sounds cool. So,
Because I was
Norrick
gonna
is.
say Norrick like just riding along and swings his spear at a little guard tower, and the whole thing just comes crumbling down in front of Rayanne.
Oh,
That's even better than what
yeah.
I was thinking, because I was like, yeah, he probably just toppled over a tent. But no, a guard tower? That works. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, with 29 strength, I mean,
Yeah, so yeah,
yeah.
this horrifying scene just plays out with the enraged Norrick. He is like, Herberta's not giving any time of day to any tents. Like, they are ripping through them. They're probably knocking over tent poles. You can literally see the path of destruction behind you, Rayanne. And then the guard tower falls down. So
Hi.
now you have to find another route.
Oh, cute. All right, so you know,
You can give me a perception to try to find another one, or a survival. That's a good one in this situation.
yes. Eh,
Okay,
I did a sort of very mediocre survival.
so this potion makes you like invisible to vision, and silence doesn't stop your smell. And
Oh, crud.
horses can smell. So would Norrick in his state right now be able to be like, let's kill Rayanne to Herberta?
Um, Norrick, I think, isn't thinking too clearly about what he's doing exactly to who, but there is one clear voice that gets through, is Herberta's, and Nora can respond to that, and that's like the only thing that gets through.
Yep. And you can tell that she, as well, is going a little bit crazy because she's just talking about rampaging and going through things and stopping the villains who has anchored us.
And Norrick's just gonna think back to Herberta, actually just shout, but also thinking, "The villains, stop them!"
And probably at that moment, maybe consciously or subconsciously, villains are, the rest of your team.
Yeah.
So she pauses and she sniffs the air. Let's see if she can actually smell Rayanne.
Norrick's just sitting there as Herberta is paused and sniffing the air. He's got these crazy eyes, and he's looking around and
Oh,
jerking his
frick.
head back and forth, and just looking for the next target.
15. Oh, that was better than the survival roll. So, Rayanne, behind
Mhm.
you hear this, like, cry for stop all villains. And there's a sudden stop in hoofs, and then you can hear them start up again, going straight toward you. And clearly in your head, Norrick, you can hear, she's this way, I can smell her.
And Norrick's looking around and just gonna say, where?
Oh man, this is actually really crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see.
I mean, the only way I could do.
But good-hearted Gavin. He doesn't realize that he's saving your bacon, but he does see the destruction and wants to do something about it. So he starts waving and hooting and getting Norrick's attention, and it actually succeeds. Well, at least getting Herberta's attention, and Herberta starts going straight toward Gavin.
And Norrick's got his spear out, and Herberta's going straight for Gavin, and as they approach, Norrick is gonna hold on to the reins, but hop up, standing on the saddle, holding on with one hand, and holding on to the spear with the other hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he can start running before you get too close to him. But then again, you are using a spear, which is a ranged weapon, so... Oh yeah, he's like, get in within a certain distance, and he starts booking it, so you start chasing him.
What's Gavin's speed?
Gavin is 30, but I think Herberta is 40, so...
Yeah, gonna be slowly catching up here.
Yep.
You know, at this point, he's distracted by him. Can I see if I could call out Tangle and see if he could do something here?
Yeah, sure. How do you call Tangle?
I'm like, alright, listen, I know I heard you laughing, I know you're here. Is there any way you could help with this?
You hear a drop of water, everything freezes, everything goes to black and white. Oh, I'm sorry. You're quite amusing.
Please stay tuned for the next part of this episode.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
A long, long time ago, in a land far away named Phylor, there were 4 legendary adventurers.
We are the Adventurers 4, renowned across the land.
Using their cunning and strength, the party defeats many monsters and saves many lives.
Nick takes a fairy blade and stabs it into his other eyeball.
Oh my
God!
Can Hugo jump on my back? Do I cast Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah.
Can Bob roll a D20 for me?
I don't like that. I don't like how you asked that.
D20 business.
What if I rolled a 1? What if I told you I just rolled a 1?
Come and join us weekly at How the Quest Was Won. Found anywhere where podcasts are located. Purchase not necessary. No real magic was used in the making of this podcast.
Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.